Hello guys, welcome back to video 4 of BattleTech. As promised, I've just completed that scenario, so I find myself in the post-battle screens now. This is a screen where it shows the damage. I'm not going to go into it too much here, it's quite self-explanatory. It just shows the amount of XP that you'd be given and the damage to a mech. I actually took that damage from overheating, but it's not an issue. So we'll go to this next screen. And this is the post-battle potential salvage screen, and like I said earlier, there's a big list of things here that you can take. Now like I saw on the on that screen, I can only take one. Sometimes it goes up to 4, 5, 6 sometimes, um, but just my luck, I could only take one. I'm going to get 4 in total, so the computer's going to give me 4 in total, but out of them 4 I can only pick one. Now you might want to take off the bat one of these blueprints. As you can see, I have no blueprints at the minute, and it says no, 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 not. And if I'm going to take a blueprint, what you want to do is take the highest tonnage one. If you take the highest tonnage one, obviously, yeah, you get the 3 parts. You're going to get more money from selling that mech, and you'll have well, you'll just have a better mech if it's the first one you'll have a better mech, and that's probably the best way forward really. What you want to do is you want to get out of these lower tonners, and you want to get up to the 100 tonners. Obviously you want to have the big boys to play, and the lower the ton, the less the armor, the less the payload, the less damage you're going to do, everything. So you want to get the best mechs you can as fast as you possibly can. So when you go to choose a blueprint, even if it's just, and you've got none, and you've got one mech, and he's got 2, I'd still say you just go for the highest tonnage one. But before we do that, we're just going to have a little look through the list, because you'll find some goodies in here sometimes, especially with um, the parts, these grey bits, the components. You can find some head stuff, some gyros, some decent heat sinks, quite a few things. But at the minute, as you can see, there's nothing there really that I want to take. Bit loads of ammo. And the second thing you want to take a little look for are things with pluses on them. If you see anything with plus, sometimes it might be worth it just to take the pluses rather than take the blueprint. Like I said, later on you'll have a bit more options. You'll have like 4 or 5 here, and you could just take the pluses. But there's none of that at the minute, as you can see. So I'm just going to take a blueprint, and I'm going to take the heaviest tonnage blueprint I can. I'm going to slam that in there. I'm going to click confirm, and then the PC or the AI is going to give me a couple of other stuff, which is fine. So it's all grand, and that's it basically. Just going to take that salvage now and go back to the ship and take a little look where that salvage piece has gone. Of course, when you play in the first couple of scenarios, it's going to take you a while to get all 3 salvage pieces before you can get your mech. This is why you need to keep a little bit of an eye on the funding, because the only money you're going to get at the minute is from doing these missions. And if you just focus on salvage initially off the bat, you could find yourself in a spot of bother. It's going to take a while before you're going to have like 2 or 3 blueprints in your stock. So if you just go to mech bay, click on bays. And as you can see, I've got my 2 mechs. The one's come back into business. I'll just repair that before I forget. And if we go into storage, you'll see that that one part is now there in storage, and it says I need. I've got 1 part out of 3, and once I get those 3 parts, that mech will instantly go into my bay. Once it's in my bay, I could use it. I could sell it or do whatever I want. But like I said, later on, when you start building up those blueprints that making money, I feel like that's the best way to make money, apart from obviously doing campaign missions. And it's one thing I left out in the last video about these missions. If you go to the contracts now, you'll find that there's one contract in this current system What you want to do is you don't want to go smashing around trying to do the campaign initially. Best thing to do is try to do as much of these missions as possible, and if you find there's ones local, obviously do them first because it cuts out travel time, and by doing that you'll end up making a bit of money. You don't want to just be chasing these things, and we definitely there's no campaign mission at the minute. I don't think it kicks in for another mission or two. And there's another mission available to us, but it includes 17 days of travel, and I think we're on day 16 now, so that's going to take us over a month. We'll end up losing 240k, so there's an opportunity here to make another 154k. So let's have a little look at that. So obviously the 154k is maxed near out. Let's have a look at my money. I've got 853k, and if I spend 240k, then I'm still going to be left with about 500 odd k. So I'm still looking good. I could take 2 out of 10. So I'm going to risk it again. I think I'm just going to push a boundaries on this one and see if it's actually going to work out. If I was you though, I'd probably stick somewhere around the middle and just take one piece of salvage and play it safe. So I'll give that a go on the next playthrough. But I'm not going to record that. We'll see how that works out later on, but I think that's pretty much it. I just wanted to show you the post battle stuff that you need to be focusing on, because I just made the mistake of just picking up salvage parts, and took quite some time before I realized there were like pluses in there, and some components that I might have missed, which might have been quite cool. So I think that's pretty much it. On the next video, I'm gonna take an in-depth look in the mech bay, and we're gonna have a quick scan and try to show you the best way to kit these boys out, and the best way to get the most out of them, because they stock fits are not too good, to be honest, and we need to start looking at this now because the battles are going to get tougher as we go along. I'm just going to show you how to maximize that stuff out. So I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video.